Hello everyone! We're just testing out a new mic today before we get started. My other one is slowly dying, so please do let me know if you can hear me okay. We're just testing a new mic. Wow, Deviant Fish, thank you so much. That's amazing. Thank you for my first sub. Can you hear me okay? Rest in peace, old Mike. Thank you. Oh my gosh, Deviant Fish, thank you. I'm gonna make up a really nice badge for you as well for in the chat there. Oh my goodness, that's just amazing. Thank you for my first sub ever. Wow. I'm smiling really big. I know I don't have my camera on yet, but okay, can you hear me okay now? We should be good to go again. Sorry about the mic issues here, people. Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Fish. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Big smile for my first sub here, Deviant Fish, today. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Like, I did not expect to get a sub, like, on my first stream as an affiliate. Thank you. Thank you so much. So what I was saying too is, so I'm a bit of an artist, so I'm gonna come up with a really nice little badge for you in chat here. Okay, and so we're just jumping in here to our Mars from last night, and I hopped on today, just did a couple of quick things to set up this big tank here for our outflow from our furnace. And that is the main thing we did. We called down a new trader now, so we've got some new traders coming in from our satellite dish, and we'll just kind of get going. The goal for today is to get a trader who has some seeds for us so that we can expand our greenhouse, get it going really nice. So we'll hop in and get that started. Let's take a look at this trader. They're selling gases, so we're gonna try and sell them some carbon dioxide. Aw, thanks for the cheer, Bio. I really appreciate it. First person to cheer in the chat. Thank you. Oh my goodness. What a way to start my first affiliate stream ever. Thank you so much. Oh, that's just amazing. My goodness. Thank you. Okay, so let's take a look. So we've got our pressure really nice and low, so that means we can make some electrum and some lead because our temperature is nice and low as well. So those are definitely two of the things that we're going to want to get going today here. And we're going to take a look around, see what else is going on. So we're cooling some CO2 over here down to the right temperature so that we can get it sold. And we're just going to check what our pressure is in here, 1.9, temperature's still 42. So we need that temperature down to like 30 degrees to be able to sell CO2 to that particular trader anyway. So with that in mind, let's check over here. And we're going to adjust how this is sitting, of course. There we go. So we can see a bit better, go like that. And our temperature is 182, so that'll just keep coming down. Once it comes down low enough, we'll hold on to the pollutants to be able to use it for coolant. And the CO2, our primary plan is to sell it and to use it in our greenhouse and switch it to oxygen for us to breathe. Okay, so waiting for that to cool down, we should think about getting our mods for all of our other tooling here, because the only one we have a mod for right now is the electric printer. So I think that's probably our best bet. And then the other thing we should start thinking about too is getting a second station battery or getting a large one. But let's start with the mods. Especially the pipe bender mod. I am so missing turbo volume pumps at the moment. So we need some electrum. We need, what else do we need? That's like the only thing I saw in my, for a second there. Solder and steel. So let's see, silver ingot solder. That looks like it's constant. So we'll throw that in there. Fantastic. And then, oh, had that open. My bad. There we go. And then we'll do some electrum, and we'll probably do some solder as well, just because we're down to 35. And we're gonna need it for the other mod upgrades for the printers, and we're gonna need more of it for the IC10 chips and their housings, of course. And we're going to be going more and more chips to control things as soon as different parts are ready for that. So let's get started with electrum first. We do have a hard suit backpack now, which makes life a lot easier for holding on to raw materials. Looks like we don't have any gold, so we should go mine some gold while we're waiting for those temperatures to come down. So let's take a look around, do some jumping, see if we can't find any really quick. I can't remember if any of our trenches led to gold anymore, but while we're out here, we'll just kind of pick up a little bit of different things we need, like water. We could always use a little bit more water right now, especially as we're getting ready to expand that greenhouse. It's going to definitely help us there. We'll grab some oxide just because of that temperature issue we had last night where we were using our oxygen that didn't burn in the furnace properly, and it was already like really hot. It was up to like 400 degrees or something. So we had to cool that down. So having a little extra oxide around is not gonna hurt. You can see we have 2 full O2 tanks with us at the moment. Just that way it will make sure that we don't run out of oxygen while we're out here doing this big mining trip. And we do have that methane filter that's down to 70%, and our CO2 filters at 15. The methane's just because it did get our oxygen got contaminated slightly. So we gotta be a little bit more careful in the future about that. But it's fine for the time being. And if you're newer to the stream and you haven't seen these trenches before, what I use them for is an easy way to find our way back out to different mining veins when it's dark out, or if we're out mining when it gets dark. That way we just don't have to worry as much about what time of day it is. Makes it a lot easier. There we go. So just while we're mining and doing some of this less exciting stuff, I have a question for everybody. So I was thinking of naming my subs like based on like engineering stuff. So like first one, like winged engineer for tier 1, tier 2 would be like stellar engineer or space engineer or something, and then tier 3 something like interstellar engineer or like scientist or something. I don't know. If we think it's a good idea, bad idea, any opinions on it, feel free to shoot in the chat. If we're just lurking today, no worries as well. And again, there, Fish, thank you so much. I appreciate you being the first sub. It's awesome. Thank you. There we go. Just top off our resources so we can do a nice big resource run through our furnace when we get back. There's home. And there's some volatiles, but we're good on volatiles. We're good on iron, we're good on lead and silver. It really is gold that we need right now. We have enough for the electrum, but I would like a little bit more, and maybe this looks like the perfect spot to actually do some digging at, because it looks like there's some copper and there's some ice. So that'll just top us off for water for the greenhouse for quite a while, and our shower. And the other thing we have set up now is the water collection off the back of the advanced furnace. So that will also provide a small stream of water for us. It is superheated, so like we do have to wait for it to cool down, but it also comes out at a very small amount. So it's not like we're rushing for it. And having this other source of just frozen ice is great for the time being. But we do want a closed circuit in the future, so we'll get there. Oh, look at that. Some cobalt as well. That never hurts. Fantastic. Great mining expedition today. Great way to get started, because we're going to be doing a ton of smelting. Because we definitely want to expand our power infrastructure to be able to support the greenhouse. But I really do want to see us be able to like start making bread and maybe like fries. Like if we could get fries today, I would be so happy. That would just kind of like really cement how good this run's going. Like it's going really well already, and that would just like make it even better. There we go. Head back over. See, no worries about how dark it is. Don't have a beacon set up. And still super easy to find our way back. Part of it is the light, of course, coming off of different things. Like, what is glowing right there? Oh, it's the ship. It's the lights from the landing pad on the ship making it like super glow. Cool. Okay, so I think we'll start with lowest temp first, which is going to be solder. So we'll go ahead, throw 50 lead in, and we are going to have a whole bunch of things open here for the next couple moments. So we'll see how well everyone can see everything, but luckily a lot of it's just the backpack storage of, I guess I should turn this on, eh? That would help. There we go. The backpack storage of, oh, we already have some iron in there. Look at that. So let's just double check. I am always so nervous about making sure I have the right ratio for my furnaces for my recipes. And inevitably, every run I make a couple mistakes, and I already have this one, so I would like to make less. Okay, great. So let's turn our pressure off, because that was going. We can turn that off. And let's get a little bit of gases coming in. We'll see if there's any in the pipe currently. Looks like there isn't. Totally fine. Yeah, see, this is definitely the next thing we're going to automate today, I think. As soon as we get some more electrum, and as soon as we get a little bit more, what's the word that I'm looking for? Solder, steel. As soon as we do this, like, run of... Oh my gosh, that is too high for the temperature. And it's still going up. Oh my goodness. We made a big mistake. That's okay. Did too much. Turn that off. Turn that off. Yeah, see, we just, even if it was just a switch, we need to get a switch set up. Happy accidents. Yes, happy little accident this time. You're right, fish. Definitely. Temperature's not that big a deal to be high. Like, it's just gonna take some time to come down, but it's not a big deal at all. Yeah, like, even our pressure's already coming down a bunch. Yeah, so we'll just do some venting here. Lightly vent it. That's what our big thing at the back there is for. Sometimes I forget how much quicker the advanced furnace, once you start getting gas into it instead of ice, how quick it can really change temperatures like that. There we go. It is dropping nice and quick though too, so that's good. our air and our waste is getting high, but we have extra tanks, so we'll stick around for a moment, kind of watch it. And you know what? We could probably repurpose just one or two of these logic circuits and set up all of that on a logic. No, I want to do it in IC. We'll do some fooling around with IC10 to figure it out. Yeah, we need the electron. That's what I thought. Okay. Like we could, but it's all in the same circuit as everything else right now. So like I don't. We should switch it. We should definitely cut the furnace to its own electrical grid for sure. Whether we do it now or later doesn't make that big of a difference, and it's probably better to just do it now. So let's, while we're waiting for that temperature to come down a bit, what do we actually have in here? Probably everything we need for that. Let's do transformer. Let's do a transformer this time. Iron, gold, and copper. Oh my gosh, we are just that low on everything right now. I think it makes sense. Okay, so we'll go and check. We'll go check over here, see what we got kicking over here. Yeah, okay, we got a little bit of copper. We still have our arc furnace here. So we'll go ahead, throw that copper in there. We'll throw that 13 gold in there so that we can still make our electrum. And do we have any iron with us? No, we don't. But we do have this iron and plenty other iron, so we'll go ahead, we'll make some iron while we're waiting for our furnace temperature to come down. And did you go? You haven't gone yet. And yeah, we'll switch our air over as well here. There we go. How do you get oxygen? So I will show you. So we'll come over here, and why is that disconnected? I feel like there was a reason, but oh yeah, I remember. Doesn't matter anymore. So I will show you how we get oxygen. Connect that. So this tank is going to fill till it hits 8,000. This big tank behind it is full of oxygen. We set that up last night. And this IC10 chip controls this volume pump based on what the fill tank is telling the chip how full it is. So it's at 8,000 and it shuts off automatically. So if we go again, and it should just do it again for us perfectly. And I absolutely love it. The one downside of using this particular system and the way the script is set up right now is that if there's no air, if there's not enough to compress, it just keeps running and it drains the battery. But, you know, issues that can be fixed in the future. And like this whole system, this whole pipe manifold sends gases to wherever they're supposed to be going. Works very well. And of course our ice crusher's over here. So we just throw our oxygen, our oxide in there, and away we go. And this is our little water setup for the time being. What's our temperature? We're getting there. We should have the gold. Fantastic. Throw our iron in. Grab that, throw that in there. Yeah, and we need 10 iron for that. Okay, so let's take a look at how everything over here is connected, because I have a feeling we're going to want to set up separate transformers and wiring for different parts of stuff here. So what we'll do is, and this is temporary, we're gonna make it so that this whole like section right here can be walked along, and it'll just be beautiful piping and beautiful wiring in the future. But for the time being, needs come first and aesthetic will come second. There we go. So we will send this wire slightly off kilter. There we go. So how are we doing on water? We're 0, that's fine, but our health is at 85. That's fine. Great. Couple more, and then we'll jump over here, take a look at our temp. We're almost there. And sorry for all the jiggling there. Gotta figure out how we're gonna make this work exactly, because we don't want to touch this one for sure. And we'll take this one, this one, this one. That is that pipe. That is that, and that, and that. So this we probably just want to disconnect for now, to be honest. This will disconnect. And this is going to be separate. It does connect, dang it. Just we have a logic circuit running everything over here, and we don't want it to interfere with anything else. They're all batch ridden, so if we connect it, we'll have issues. But if we go like this, we'll be good. There we go. Go up. Fantastic. There we go. So now this whole volume and the O2. So, okay, I see what's going on over here. What we need to do is disconnect Nope, that is connected properly. Good. They are actually separate. Just making sure these two volume pumps were separate from the other two. Great. What are we at? 541, and we can make our lead. There's our lead. Fantastic. Next, we'll throw our electrum. That is our next one. So there's 50 gold. And silver will be in this backpack, I suppose. There we go. Close it. There we go. And we'll definitely need some gas for that for the temperature. There we go. There's the water. And we'll probably have to vent a little bit as well. Bring that pressure down, bring our temperature up. So we'll go ahead, we'll do that. Bring that up to like 3 liters, bring that up. Fantastic. So we'll just wait for that to drain a bit. While we're doing that, this can come out. We could probably just reuse this. We don't really need it doing this anymore. This was our temporary, like, oh god, we need to get rid of pressure and we're trying to do 0 waste. So I think we'll kind of keep that in mind, that that is going to be taken away in a moment. And this, for now, can just go like, oh, wrong direction. There we go. Great. So that goes like that. And are we gonna do IC10 for this, or are we just gonna set it up on a logic for now? Logic might be best. And certainly it'll take much less time to get it right. Yeah, we'll do a logic circuit over here for now for all of that. And we'll get rid of this shortly so that we can see what we're doing. And, oh, no, that needs to be on a separate circuit right there. my mistake. We'll go like that. This shouldn't need electrum, right? Good. Perfect. So our iron is ready, so we can get our transformer. We'll probably do like 2 or 3 transformers, honestly. That way we can just throw them down, separate things really nice and quick. There's 1. There's 2. And 3. Fantastic. So this transformer is doing everything at the back. Yeah, before we keep going with this, we're going to clean this up. It's in the way. It's easy to clean. So we're gonna start there. Great. Come here. You can go there, that can go there. Great. We should be fine to remove these pieces, but we'll just be careful about it. 50% health, yeah, we gotta go and take care of food and whatnot here in a moment. But we'll finish up this first. Just watching that pressure gauge, because it'll go down and then it'll jump. Good morning, Angel, sorry. How are you doing today? We made affiliate finally. This is our first affiliate stream. I'm doing fantastic. Fish was so kind to be the first sub today. It was amazing. Thank you so much. I'm really excited about it. You know, like yesterday was the 3-week anniversary. So like it's just so fantastic to already be at affiliate. I am so stoked and happy about it, to be honest. So that is fantastic. Let's see, we're gonna put this right there for now, and we're going to cut down some wires. Now be consistent. Yeah, I'm working on that. I'm working on being better about when I'm gonna stream on the weekends, because it's honestly, I kind of wake up on a Saturday like today and go, do I want to stream this morning or do I want to stream this afternoon? And then I decided, like, I don't know, an hour ago that I would stream at noon, and I'm gonna do a second stream later today as well. Yes, I will always be putting in my 100%. Absolutely. There we go. Flip that over to 5,000. The one big thing I actually need to do today is make some clips from earlier this week. I may have taken a bit of a break making clips earlier this week, and I really should get back to it, because they are doing so well when I do it right. There we go. Get some light going. Clean this up. Fantastic. Gives us a bunch of wire when we clean things up properly, you know? There we go. So this transformer is for all of our to the pumps, and then we're gonna throw a second transformer down right here. Aw, thank you there, Angel. I'm really happy to. I appreciate the good vibes about it. That's for sure. We will grab our label. Where did I just put our label maker? Or labeler? There it is. And we really need to go and fill up some of our health here in a moment. 5,000. We're gonna also have to upgrade a whole lot of our wire shortly as well. Okay, so we'll go like this. And you know what? We're gonna skip the logic circuit, and we're gonna do a different kind of logic circuit, actually. It's still a logic circuit, it's just not a fancy logic circuit. There we go. And we'll have to split some stuff off of it still later, but for the time being, this will work perfectly fine. There we go. This was a little bypass because we had to balance some of our, I think you'll party tonight. Yeah, a little bit. So this was just a bypass we had for balancing our furnace earlier, but it can go and come back to normal now. There we go. And yeah, we really got to go heal ourselves up here in like 10 seconds. Let's just go like this. And now that is ready to go. So when I say this is like a super simple logic circuit, I'm not kidding. Because this is off, of course, none of these pumps can turn on, right? So we don't even need to set up a full proper logic circuit here. We can even just use the transformer as our logic, because we're going to be manually controlling this temperature and pressure anyway. And now that we're at basically no pressure and just the tiniest bit of temp, you still have a complaint because I still haven't responded on Discord. Is that what it is? Or is it something else? I'm terrible about Discord, to be honest. Yes, I know, I'm terrible about Discord. There we go. But frankly, life does come first sometimes, but I will take a look today after, or in between the two streams. There we go. Okay, so helmet is off. Let's take our suit off for a moment here. We will grab some water. I do always mean to put like a potato in first so that it cooks while we're drinking water, and then I always forget to do it. There we go. Go like that. If you're just joining us, we're continuing our brutal start on Stationeers difficulty. We managed to hit affiliate last night / this morning. So this is the first affiliate stream, so yay! And Fish was our first subscriber as well. So thank you again, Fish. You're gonna get constant callouts, especially today, my friend, because I appreciate it so very much. And our, oh, did I not finish cooking that? No, I did not. And then our goal for today is we are just doing some cleanup around the base to make things easier so that we can fuel that furnace more easily. We're gonna expand this greenhouse and do some trading. There we go. So we'll throw our suit on, throw our helmet, filter air and AC. There we go. And of course we're unhappy because we were in the middle of something and we did not want to go and grab food and water. There we go. And the other thing we need to do is set up a proper temperature control for the greenhouse. So those are all the different things we're going to work on today. And so this should, that's on already. Great. We're going to go like 2 liters. And so there's stuff already, there we go. Bang, done. Closed. And that was just from the excess gas in the pipe. That we didn't even start anything else. Fantastic. So let's get some more steel made while we're here. There's 50. So that I interact with chat more. I do try to interact with chat whenever there's something in there. I should probably ask more open-ended questions and then give it a second and wait. Oh, look at that. We had a overpressure due to liquid. Whoops. Yep. I will try and keep that in mind. Thank you so much. There we go. Throw some iron. So if we could get any seeds though, what are people's preferences for the different kinds you can get in Stationeers? And if you're not sure what they are, what do you hope there is? There we go. We should set that to its own. Okay, we can do that. There we go. Go ahead, extend this. We'll grab that solder before we forget about it, of course. And then we're just going to go ahead and disconnect that. There we go. And now, why are we... Oh, because of that. Of course, that makes sense. Wrench, there we go. There we go. Fix that. Great. So that shouldn't burst again. That section of pipe at least shouldn't burst again. Okay, so what's our temp? Not high enough for steel at the moment. That's fine. So we'll go 1 or 2 liters. There we go. Just let it come up nice and slow for the moment. Have a sip of tea while we wait. What does everybody else do when they're waiting for their furnace to get up to the right temperature to make different kinds of ingots? There we go. Almost there. Okay, we'll flick this on for like 1 moment. There we go. Just waiting for our temperature. Close that. And come on, you can do it. Okay, we're gonna need more, I think. So, grab our tablet. Yeah, we're gonna need a bit more in there. Turn it back on. Probably building up in there. Yeah, we are. Great. Turn that back off. 700. 8. Could probably turn that off and just wait for it to come up to temperature because we have a bunch of oxygen and a bunch of methane in there already. So we'll just be patient. Nope, we do need more. Okay, that's fine. Let's just dump some in. And then as we get close, we'll turn it off again. Grab a little bit more there. Honestly, I do prefer this over doing it with ice, though. I find this so much, like, less difficult. There we go. There's the temperature we needed, and we will go ahead and shut that off. We'll leave that part of it on, because we do want some just, like, copper ingots, and we're gonna want some iron ingots as well. There we go. Oh, looks like we don't actually have very much iron kicking around after making that steel, which is fine. We'll hold on to that gold though for more electrum later. We'll throw some that partial stack. No, I do play other games too. One of the other ones that I was playing, oh, today will only be Stationeers today. Yeah, I was thinking maybe doing Astronauts again tomorrow, but yeah, also Astronauts, Stationeers, Timberborn, they're the main ones right now. I'll likely do some Factorio in the future, and other than that, I don't know. It'll be partially by request, like if people want to see me play certain games. I'd be willing to give a lot of them a try. Like I picked up Workers and Resources the other day on the suggestion of Das, another streamer. He's amazing. What should we do? We should check on our temperatures is what we should do. But yeah, a variety of things, just not today. So we have 14 mole of CH4 in there, which we'll reuse for later. We have a ton of CO2. Yeah, Timberborn's okay for audience. The problem is there's so many people streaming it right now because 1.0 came out like 2 weeks ago that I just don't really show up in the search at the moment, unfortunately. But that's fine. Oh, that's minus 12. What temperature did our trader want it at? But I'm going to keep going with Timberborn just because I really love it. It's such a cute game. It's so calming. It's so relaxing. 0 and 30. Okay, that's fine. We can manipulate that temperature a little bit. But before we do that, we will make sure we have our gas trading available. So we'll grab that. Nope. Not in that one. There we go. And we are looking for the landing pad atmospherics. So we do need some steel for it. There we go. Yeah, that's true. There definitely is, like, I definitely have my own style of stream, hands down. And it definitely does help me stick out from the crowd a little bit, I would like to think. And, you know, just hitting affiliate's going to help a little bit with Timberborn as well, so that'll be great. Let's see, we need a volume pump. So we'll grab a volume pump. Exactly, yeah. Yep. So let's see, what are we getting? Volume pump, that's it. There we go. And yeah, that's right. You were there, Angel, when I did the big, huge, like, showcase. We'll call it a showcase of all of the different saves I have of Timberborn that are half decent looking. So you got to see all that fun stuff, eh? Let's see. We're gonna put a frame probably right here. But for the time being, we're going to grab this. And we will go like this. For sure, yeah. Yeah, for anyone who may not have seen that stream, the other day when I was streaming Timberborn, just before we finished up the stream, I went around and showed some of the other saves that I have of Timberborn that are not the one that I'm streaming. Just to kind of showcase a little bit what I can do in Timberborn and some of the really cool stuff that I did before 1.0 and the automation update came out. Okay, so let's come back over here for a second. We're gonna think, and we will set up our pipe. There we go. Fantastic. Good. And so that pipe is set up, and we can just grab the tank from over here in a minute. We need to check like 4 things here. Let's see. So there is CO2 in the pipe network, of course. And then in this one, there's still a ton of CO2 at a very high temperature, which works out well for us to balance out the negative that the CO2 is over here right now, because the trader won't take below 0 CO2. So we will plug in a volume pump. There we go. And I meant to go like this before we did it. Great. Where's our tablet? Close that. And that'll probably do it. Oh, thanks there, Angel. Yeah, why not? So, I've started getting better at it yesterday, I promise. Last night I started actually asking. So if you haven't followed yet, I do, of course, appreciate it. Much love to the lurkers that are in the viewership currently. Um, I totally appreciate you guys kicking around. And I am a new streamer still, so like, week 3, we just started week 3, and I would always appreciate a follow, of course. There we go. So we just hit 0, and now we can disconnect this tank, and we'll get it over there. Great. So, not a huge amount to sell off, but it's a little bit, and it just means that we'll be a little bit better off when we do get the traders that we really want for some seeds. There we go. Come on, connect. Great. So we'll go like that. Come on over to the trader. Sell. Fantastic. So we can sell 2. That was a lot of work for just a tiny bit of money. Processing. There we go. Oh, it must be because it's just like still dumping into the landing pad here. What's our pressure? Yeah, it's still dumping into the landing pad. Okay. Great. So we will sell it. And we will flick our computer back on here. And we will flip our radar dish on again. Meteor mechanics or curiosities. I feel like we want meteor mechanics. So we're going to ask this person to leave. There we go. And we will call a new, almost certain we're not at the right dish. We'll call that other. Yeah, that's going very slow now. So let's try the other way. Oh my gosh. Okay, one more back. A little quicker, I guess. Let's go up by 1, I guess. Let's try up by 1. Stellar Smelter. Interesting, but I don't think that's what we want. Let's try Meteor Mechanics, because we've got it on here, and then I want to try the Curiosity ones. If anyone has any idea what those 2 bring, please do let me know in chat. I'm always happy to hear about it. There we go. Meteor mechanics is 53 degrees, so we definitely went the wrong way with meteor mechanics when we went the other direction first. There we go, that's much quicker now. 39, 46, yeah, okay, great. So we're getting much closer. Let's try bringing it back down. And see where we're at. Let's go another 10 degrees down because that made a big difference. That's a great question there, Fish. Some people say it's Mars. Some people say it's Luna, the moon. Definitely one of the 2. I think the moon is easier. I started a brutal run on the moon recently just to see like the difference on brutal start and Stationeers difficulty, and I think the moon is easier. It is, and like the one thing to really be aware of on the moon is instead of getting windstorms, you get solar storms, and they can burn out your solar panels. But if you put them underneath glass, they're fine. And then if you, my goodness, we are just dancing around wherever this thing is. 23 degrees. Let's try going up. Yeah, so if you put them underneath glass, it'll keep them from burning out. And the other thing to do too is, so you have the normal cables like these ones, right? And then we have these heavy cables. You need to have these heavy cables coming from all of your solar panels to your battery. Otherwise it'll burn out your battery during solar storms. But like I find the solar storms easier to deal with personally than I do the dust storms at the beginning. They're just easier. But the biggest challenge, no matter which planet it is always going to be dark at the very beginning. Before you get like a good source of power going, is definitely the most difficult. We should have these printing. They take forever. There we go. But yeah, if you have any other questions, or like, are you new to the game? Have you actually played it before? Or are you just thinking about getting it? I'm not actually sure like your experience with it. I know you're in my chat a lot, Fish, and I've seen you in Das's a lot, of course. Actually, we've chatted in Das's chat before. But yeah, I don't actually know how much you've played of Stationeers. Yay, another ship coming in. Oh, we're gonna need silicone, eh? There we go. Throw that in there. On my wish list, also known as the wait for a sale and still don't buy it list. Totally fair, I get that. I definitely get that. It can take some time to pull the trigger on things for sure. So it looks like they have a couple of like different kits available. Nothing that we're really interested in. So we will take a look, see what we can sell. They want oxygen between 10 and 30 degrees at 100 moles of it for 15. We might do that. We might sell some cable coil. We might sell some electronic parts and maybe some electrum. Let's check on our O2 here. Let's see what our O2 looks like. And maybe we'll sell them some O2, because our O2 should be approximately in range. It is, and they want 100 moles for 15. No, not worth it at the moment. Maybe we'll do some cable. We've got a ton of copper kicking around. What do we think? Do we think we should sell this guy some copper? Or do we think, not copper, cable, sorry. Some cable, or should we just move on to the next trader and see if we can't find the curiosities person again? There we go. Yeah, and there, Fish, when you do eventually get the game, feel free to ask like as many questions as you want when you're playing, or like before you start, after you start, whatever. Totally happy to answer questions even before you start playing too, of course. There we go. And great, have that mod done. So let's get the next mod. Because I don't even think we have the pipe vendor one. There we go. Gotta do some tidying, BRB, for sure. For sure, no rush, no rush. Enjoy the tidy. I know it's very therapeutic for some people. Wrong direction. Just trying to find the curiosities again, see if we can't find them. We're really looking for more seeds, though, is our big thing. And in the meantime, we are also doing some mod upgrades for our printers here. And I'm thinking we're going to want a second battery sooner than later, and probably more solar panels. So like while we're waiting, maybe that's what we should do, is work on our greenhouse a little bit. So we definitely need a way to cool off inside. And I think we'll use nitrogen. I think I like the idea of using some nitrogen at the moment. So we'll do that. We'll set that up while we're waiting. So we're gonna need a wall cooler, which needs copper. There we go. And one should do fine. Can't find that Curiosities again. That's too bad. Great, there's our wall cooler, that'll go inside, and then the other thing we should do is grab a couple pipe radiators, which also needs steel. Totally fine, we have lots of it, just gotta figure out where we put it. There we go. One. It didn't cut it. I was hoping that would cut it. That's too bad. That's okay. There we go. So we need like 2 of those. Well, just one's probably good, actually, to be honest. Great. 1 is probably enough, so we will go ahead, put it right there. And that should be fine. And then we need our radiator kit. There we go. I'm gonna grab our filler, and I really do want to control how much pressure is in there, so we're gonna grab a pressure regulator as well. No, it should be fine to keep it, whatever we've got for nitrogen should be fine. Not like we have a lot of it, and nitrogen shouldn't freeze on Mars, just in a pipe. It should be fine. Great. Let's just check what our pressure is. 2? Yeah, okay, so it's still saying 2,000, so I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that being our pressure for that. So we will go ahead, and there's actually 2 things we did wrong. Well, 1 thing we did wrong. We should have made the pipe inside into a insulated pipe instead of a regular pipe. Otherwise, it will always transfer temperature, and we don't want that. We really want it to only transfer temperature outside when we have it hooked up to do it. And we're gonna go do that right now. Oh my gosh, you almost printed. Oh shoot, it printed 2. Okay, hopefully we can sell one of these pipe bender mods. Waste of resources. Terrible, terrible. There we go, upgrade that. So that's all upgraded, and I think we're going to print a medium satellite dish so that we can try and get some more traders a little more easily. So we'll flick that off for now, and we'll go over here. Great. Close, vent our air back in, open the door. We will eventually automate this, but like, gotta set it up properly, and I just don't feel like doing it at the moment. I put our pipe directly behind our locker. Oopsies. I think we will just go like that for the time being. Health low because we need to drink. That's fine. Let's have some water. Great. Put it back. Oh, we need a sensor. Shoot. I meant to bring a sensor in with us and then I forgot. We need the sensor to read what the temperature is in here so that we can automate that wall cooler to turn on and off based on what our temperature is inside the greenhouse here. So we'll go ahead, open up, we'll go grab a sensor. We can, that was quick. Sensor, fantastic. And then we gotta build our medium satellite dish, which will probably just go right around here anyway. Turn that off, grab our sensor. Yeah, our medium dish will probably go like right here, nice and close to the battery because I believe the sensor dish pulls 5,000 watts, which means we're gonna have to set this up better again, like I've been talking about for a while, and clean this up. So we will figure that out shortly here. We're not using that IC chip and housing, so this should be fine for the temperature. Realistically, we could even probably use our daylight, our daylight one that we use for the, that's the wrong direction. There we go. For the light, but I think we're probably just gonna use the free one so that we don't make any mistakes and screw up our lighting right now. Off, off, and off. There we go. Fantastic. Sensor. The sensor kit is really cool, and this is something that took me a while to like remember, and I still forget sometimes when I'm looking for things. If you can't find something like a sensor or a display module or like something that someone says it's this kit, it's probably the same mistake I made at the beginning when I started playing, which is it's there and it exists, but I can't disconnect that. It'll make a big problem. That's fine, we'll leave it. But you just forgot to scroll through the different options for that particular kit. There we go, that's the word I was looking for. Sorry about that, stumbling all over my words there with that. Great. So we just set up our sensor for the greenhouse temperature, and we will go and set up our IC10 code for it. Jump into some coding real quick. Great. And you know what might make sense before we do that is setting up our dish. I feel like setting up our satellite dish first so that we can continue looking for contacts is the way to go. So let's go ahead and do that. Grab some iron frames here. And you don't have any iron right now, but we have some with us. So we'll go ahead and make some more frames here. There we go. Iron frames, fantastic. And we don't want to let that just build, so we're just going to wait a minute, grab like 4-ish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 4, my gosh, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, we want 6 total. So that's 5, that should be good. And then we need some more iron sheets. Iron sheets, there we go. Fantastic. And we'll just get 6 iron sheets for now, that'll be fine. Apparently we're gonna go with 4 because that's all the iron we have in that particular spot. I'm pretty sure we still have iron in other machines, but that's okay. I did count wrong. I thought so. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, we did need 2 more. I wasn't... Oh, brain's playing tricks on me. There we go. Check our backpack. No iron. That is totally fine. How are we doing for air? We're good? Fantastic. So let's go do some mining. Which direction? Should we try this way? Any other particular way we should try for iron? Any thoughts? I think there's iron that way. I don't think we've done much mining in this direction yet, so. Yeah, there's some gold right there. That's lovely. There's some iron. Does anyone in chat have any opinions about any of the automated mining stuff other than the deep miner, like the Ogre or the automated one, or Amy? Which might be fun to get set up today as well, the autonomous robot helper. There we go. Wonderful. I think if we can rename Amy, we might have to rename it Deviant Fish after you there, Deviant, because you're our first subscriber, because we just hit affiliate today. Thank you so much for being the first subscriber. I'm going to make you a wonderful little badge for that. And there we go. All right, lots of iron. Let's take a look. Temp's a little low, that's fine. Let's increase. Just turn that on. That is going down, that's fine. Turn that on. Waste caution, that's fine. Come on, come up. Make sure that that's closed. Great, temperature's coming up. This is why I like pre-warming gases before they get into the furnace. I find it just burns much cleaner. Like, look at our... Why is our oxygen percentage so much higher? What's going on? Did I mess up which one's which? Okay, I need spray cans. Where's our spray cans? Fix it properly, right? Right, Lucy? Right, Lulu? Just go ahead and fix it correctly. You know how to. You know you want to. Just do it right. Anyone else ever do that? Just put off the thing they know that's super easy to do. It's not even like uncomfortable. It just, for whatever reason, it takes them forever to do the thing. There we go. Jump up. We should also add a tank back here for proper mixing of gases. There we go. Don't need to do the other pipe at the moment. This is good enough. Okay, so input 1 is at 36, our input 2 is at 64. Are we just out of methane maybe? Or is it just our temperatures are really like out of whack? What's going on? 9 degrees, 100 moles at 135. Temperature's out of whack. We're having issues with our temperature. Yeah, we gotta normalize the two gas temperatures so that they mix properly. That'll happen as we add more oxide back into the system. Just we've got that temperature increase still that we're dealing with from earlier. But once the oxide's back in there, it'll go back to normal. Okay. Iron, we are waiting on iron. That's what we are doing. Let's check. So what we're gonna do is do a little bit of manual screwing around with this. Wrong direction. We'll bring our O2 down quite a bit, just because we have so much extra in our, there we go. Because it's supposed to be 2 CH4 to 1 oxygen, approximately. There we go. Yeah, see, now our temperature's coming up at a normal proper rate. And now we should turn that off, and we should fix our ratio back up to 34 and 66. Come on, you can do it. Now we have too much methane in there. That's alright for the moment. It'll get out of whack again because of the temperature difference between the two gases again. See? There we go. And there's some iron. Let's throw another one in. No such thing as too much iron in this game, I swear. No such thing as too much iron, copper, really all the resources, let's be honest. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how much mining and how much processing you do. You could always use more of everything. Always. Okay, so we need a couple more frames. Literally, we need 2 more frames. And then we're going to need a little bit more. Oh, we're already done on frames. There we go. Some more sheets. Perfect. That should be good for the time being. Now we should grab some more. Actually, we will be good. The reason we'll be good is we still have some in our inventory. Fantastic. What are we on? A nuclear battery? We are on a nuclear battery. So we'll flip over to the large one and place our frames. There we go. Grab our welding torch. For a lot of things, if you're new to the game or thinking about picking it up, remember that you don't have to fully construct a frame to be able to use it for most things. You only need to fully construct it when you are... Where's the thing I'm looking for? You only need to fully construct it when you need it to be airtight. At least as far as I am aware, that is the only time, and is the only time I have ever needed to do it personally. So we'll back you off by 1, put you there, and now we're going to disconnect our computer because it does not need to be here. In fact, it is making life harder where it is currently. Let's get some things out of our inventory. Grab our motherboard, that can go there. And then I think it's the drill. No, it's the screwdriver. There we go. Nope. Now it's the drill. There we go. So we will put our computer basically right beside the dish, which needs, I believe it's steel sheets, and we do have some steel sheets kicking around. Yeah. So we will grab some steel sheets. Great. Wrench. Where's our wrench? There we go. Construct. Now we need some plastic, which we also do have around. Wrong direction. Great. There it is. And just need to click on it. Fantastic. So now we need some heavy cable. Unless we might actually have some. But it doesn't look like it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with we don't have any heavy cable. There we go. Heavy. There we go. And we're gonna need a medium transformer as well. No, we won't. We just need a regular transformer, my bad. Which we already have. We just put it down. Where is it? There it is. We'll just let that do its thing for a minute. Let's take a look. So this is coming out. This is coming out this way. Great. This needs to move. Finally moving our original crate out of our way. And I think our best bet is to put it... Oh yeah, we were doing that. I forgot about that. I managed to completely forget we were setting up our temperature. Man, whoops. Got distracted. That's okay. Get that done. It's entirely possible we won't even find a trader right away anyway. So it's not the end of the world. There we go. Get this right there. Fantastic. Okay, next we need a wrench. Connect it. Great. See if I can manage not to be a squirrel. And what we'll do is disconnect. Whoops. Disconnect this wiring. So now we're running on battery power only from the area controller for everything, which is fine for a couple of moments. That will go that way. Grab our labeler, set that to 5 grand or 5 kilowatts. Flick it, no, flick it off, keep it off. Then we will take our heavy coil and we should, heavy on the should part here, be able to use the same coil to take care of our medium dish in the computer over this way. Should. But we'll see. And I am 99% certain we need more cable. And even if we don't, it's okay. We're going to need it in the future. So we will go up and over the data cable here, at least for the time being. Cable does not prevent you from walking like pipes do. So we can leave this space just kind of open for the time being, and eventually we will add transformer to it, another transformer to it, a couple transformers actually, and some more. Word that I need is batteries. Batteries. We're gonna add batteries to that little area right here, and that will help. There we go. Fantastic. There we go. Probably enough, but we'll wait for one more here. Great. And we're not going to worry about the data cable right now. Actually, no, we do need the data cable. Never mind. Take it back. Gotta go like that, and like that. There we go. Open that up, put our communications in. Moment of truth. Are we going to burn anything out? Actually, it's just a partial moment of truth. It's not even a full moment of truth yet. The way... Metal Mavens, that's a fun name. The way that this dish works is you gotta turn your wattage up. There we go. So there's Nebula Nucleus, which we definitely can't accommodate. It's a 7x7. We do not have the ability to do that. Metal Mavens, we can try contacting. Great. We're going to tell this person to go. And let's see if we can't find somebody who can provide us with seeds. Come here. Oh, it's not available for some reason, so let's make sure it's activated. Now come here. Turn it off, turn it on, activate. Just like real world, sometimes turning things on and off in this game is how to fix it. And it appears that was not the current issue. So... let's make sure that we have power to it. We do. Try again. Why is there no pad available? It's flashing saying availability. Anyone run into that before? Like it looks available, right? Or is it they need O2 and that's why they won't land? We could try and build that quickly. If someone knows why we can't get the other one to land, please do let me know, because I don't know what's going on with it. Okay, so basic. There we go. And it needs to be a 7x7. So let's take a look. So this is a 5x5 currently. Oh, we need frames. Of course we need frames. How could I forget about the frames? Iron frame. There we go. Grab some more. I'm gonna grab that iron. See, no such thing as too much iron. Okay, so that's 5. So that is 1 almost. Yeah, we'll give that a minute. There we go. Grab those. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need one more. Eventually we'll make this cool, I promise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we need a lot more landing pad. That's what I thought. You're still going? Great. Hunger caution, water caution, that's fine. Okay. So this needs to go out by 2 more. There we go. Almost there. We need 7, 8 more. 8 more frames and lots more landing pad. Landing pad still going? Nope, we are out of steel. My goodness. Let's see. There's some steel, and you should have steel too, right? Nope, you are out of steel. We do not, oh my goodness, we went through a lot to try and get that pad up. Well, we have some more frames at least. Let's see. Let's check our backpack here. Yeah, we are just out of iron, basically. My goodness, that is a very, very expensive little pad. And by little, I mean like very expensive big pad, but you know. There we go. 90 iron in there. Coming up on temperature. Great. Let's see if just giving it a minute still won't land. My only guess is that it has to do with the, maybe like, I know some traders need oxygen, but I've never brought a trader in that needed oxygen. So that's my only guess at this point. This is up to 700 degrees. Need some iron from here. Not iron, sorry, steel. But the iron will be helpful too. There we go, throw the steel in there. Where'd our iron go? Did it go in? It did, great. So we'll grab a couple more. Turn that off, throw our gold back in, our copper, and our invar. See, I'm very happy we didn't end up selling any of our iron last night. Otherwise, we'd be even like further up the, not up a creek, but you know, like we're just having a moment with how much iron we actually need today. I kind of knew this was going to happen, but you know, until it really happens, it doesn't feel as bad. There we go. Turn that off. Turn that all the way off. Turn that one off. Great. Put that there. Yeah, for sure there, Angel. We'll be back on later tonight. We're not going for too much longer today, just about 40 minutes this morning, or afternoon, I guess now. But tonight we're going to do another 2 hours. I try to break them up. Just a lot easier on me to break them up. If you're just joining us, we're extending our trading platform. Whoops, that's not the one I wanted, but that's all right. So we're just extending our trading platform at the moment. And for some reason, I don't know what the reason is, but I can't get anybody to land. Okay, I'll see you then there, Angel. Have a good time working. I hope it goes well for you. See? No idea. Why can't they land? If anybody has any idea that's watching at the moment why, please do let me know. If not, no worries, and I do always appreciate a follow if you're not already following. And today is our first affiliate stream, and our own Deviate Fish was amazing and was our first subscriber. Very excited. Okay. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna give it a save, and we're gonna leave the session, save and exit, and we'll come right back into it and just see if that will fix our fix whatever our issue here is that's going on. There we go. Hopefully that'll fix the landing pad, because I actually have just no idea why it wouldn't work. Yeah, see, it's just not wanting to work. Okay. Bye there, Angel. Have a good one. Thank you for dropping in today. I appreciate it. And we'll chat soon. Hope to see you tonight as well. Where is our welder? And that's our backpack. Steel sheets. I think you need that for these. You do. Wonderful. Bye-bye. There we go. And we need a couple more landing pads. Oh. Welding torch is out of fuel. So what we will do in that case is we'll grab an arc welder. As promised, we're going zero waste. So now that we're used up all of that fuel, I feel like we should switch over to that arc welder, simply because it uses electricity only, and you know, electricity is renewable through solar power. So I think we should be going over to that arc welder. Anytime we can, we should be using things that are renewable, because we're going for zero waste, right? So let's see. Okay, electrum, invar, and solder. Electrum we have in our inventory. Fantastic. We do not, I think, have anything else that we need at the moment for it, which is fine. Gold. That's steel. Do we need steel? No. We have enough steel in there already. We have a ton of steel in there. That would have been good to know when we were making steel earlier. Probably could have just used it, but that's all right. We will look for some invar and solder over here, because I think there's invar right there. There is, but I don't think we have any other solder. That is probably all of it. Which means we need to make more, and I'm very happy that we made that stick we did earlier. Oh look, there it is. Great. And the invar. Fantastic. So happy we made that solder earlier. If you catch that, I do almost say it wrong constantly, and I am curious if anyone else has a problem with that word, because I definitely do. If you're just joining us, we are switching our welder over to the arc. We did kill our battery finally. And so with that, not our battery, our fuel that you start with for the the welder. So we are switching now to the arc because electricity is renewable. And that way we don't have to burn as much methane, create as much CO2 and everything else. And we have nuclear batteries, so the battery should last for a little while at least. Where did it just go? Oh gosh, there it is. Whew. It's not gonna last for as long as I thought. Man, those batteries, the arc welder really eats batteries. Like, I know it eats the large ones. I did not realize how much it would eat the more regular sized ones. Okay, so landing pad just needs copper and steel. So we'll throw some more copper in there. Because we need what? 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9. We need 9 more. So that's 1. Also means we need more steel too. Not steel, but steel sheets. 2. Okay, so that has iron. I don't think we have a steel ingot kicking. We don't, but we do have plenty of steel kicking around. Come back here, you very valuable alloy. There we go. We did, of course, get our furnace finished setting up last night. The gas mixing is finally working perfectly now. There we go. Grab that steel, throw it in there, grab that iron, turn that off. If anybody has opinions about the level 2 tools, I am so happy to hear about them. I haven't used them much, so my curiosity is there, but also, like, how valuable is it to actually upgrade them is not something I'm aware of. Steel sheets. There we go. If you're just joining us, we're working on our zero waste base today, our station. It's coming along quite well. We don't vent any of our gases from our furnace out into the atmosphere at this point. We either reuse them or sell them. So it is coming along very well. We're just upgrading our landing pad to a 7x7 at the moment. And we are having a little bit of a glitch going on where the pad, despite being operational, does not want to allow anybody to land. So we went from the 5x5 and just went right up to the 7x7 to see if we can't get one of the 7x7 traders to land here. Need our steel sheets. There we go. Fantastic. And we'll make it pretty in the future here, kind of like after we've figured out exactly how big this pad's going to end up looking. My understanding is 7x7 is the biggest that you actually need. But, you know, it might be cool to like set up a proper like landing strip all the way along and just make it look like really good. But yeah. And we're having a squirrel moment today too, because I keep forgetting that we need to set up our cooling for the greenhouse. That is kind of kicking in the back of my brain still. But it is secondary to, you know, getting the seeds. We need the seeds, and then the temperature actually matters more, right? There we go. So that is fully there. So let's try turning it off, turning it on, activate. There we go. Activate. We're at 24% health. We need to deal with that. We don't have anybody that, oh, that one. That is somebody we want if we can get them to land. That sounds like they have seeds, and that would be great. So we will go and get some food and water, and then we will immediately try and get that trader to come by. But we'll see if it even works, because I don't know if we have what we need for a plane trader to land or not. Turn off all of that, put our helmet there, open that, put our suit there. Great. Grab a potato. Turn it on. Oh my gosh, I remembered to cook a potato before we had our water. First time for everything. And that potato is done, so we'll go ahead, we'll eat it. We're also gonna shower while we're in here, I think. Fix our hygiene, maybe get the little bit of a bonus. Throw another potato in. Yeah, we're probably gonna lose some potatoes, but that's okay. Clean ourselves. Stick around for the bonus. Doesn't look like we're gonna get it right now. Oh, there we go. Woohoo, bonus! Now it'll be a little bit longer before we need anything. Where did I put our jumpsuit? There it is. Get everything back on. Managed to not squirrel so hard it killed us, but we are squirreled today doing like 10 different things. There we go. Because I'd really like some other plants before we hit like day 60, you know? Like that would be nice. Okay, so we finished building it, and now we need to contact. And we want Hydro Harvest Haven. So, 90 degrees. Let's not turn it that way. Let's turn it like this. How much power do we have? Yeah, this thing is killing our power. But that's normal. We may have to burn a little bit of coal to keep our power going here. But that's alright. Okay. Oh, I know what it is. It's the data network. The data network from our terminal isn't hooked up to the data network of the landing pad. That's why it won't accept. Okay. Okay, so we need some cable. Regular cable. And we need to get rid of the heavy cable off of the data connections so that we can take care of that properly. Okay. Those are not filling up at all, so that means we are definitely not on the right orientation. So let's come down a little bit more, because it said 90 degrees, right? So like, that should be like a 90 now. And we'll see if that comes up quicker or not. And while it's doing its thing, we're going to probably say stop to the cable being made, because that should be enough, at least for the time being. Because again, there's no such thing in this game as too much cable. There we go. Grab some cable. We're going to cut that cable. Yes, I know we don't have a connection to anything. Yes, I know you're upset with me, and we will fix it, I promise. Just you wait a moment, please. I am, of course, talking to the computer and the satellite dish. I know everybody's being patient with me in chat here. Just, you know. There we go. Get that done. And get that connected up properly. Fantastic. Switch over to our heavy cable again. Great. Great. Look at that. Okay, so that can go there. We're 64 degrees from contact for those two and 86 for Hydro Harvest. So that means we need to flip Hydro Harvest all the way either to the right or all the way to the left, and we'll find out in a moment whether my guess was correct or not. Oh, I wonder if both dishes? Oh no, okay. Oh, the other dish isn't on. But that's okay. There we go. Okay, while we're waiting for that, we can think about what we need to do exactly for our AC, not AC, but our wall cooler for inside. That should be about... Are we winning there, Deviant Fish? Great question. We are winning mostly. We are trying to find some new seeds so that we can get going with our oh so lovely greenhouse. How are we still 84 degrees from contact? We were 84 degrees before, and now we're still 84. That must mean that we need to go up. Okay, we'll just go 1 and see what it says. Just let it go 1. So kind of. How is cleaning there, fish? Did cleaning go well for you today? Still 84. How? How are we always 84 degrees from contact? If we bring it up by 1, $76. Okay. I will accept that I don't know what the issue is, but that it is getting better. And we need this. I'm gonna run out of power very shortly here. 1, 2. It's less messy than it was, so I'm gonna take a note here. This was a triumph. Yes, yeah, it's definitely less messy. We started cleaning this up a bit. Our pad is now 7x7, and we had to do some data wiring to get things connected again, and we hid that crate over there. So yes, I think we're winning. 38 degrees. Can we try that? Oh my gosh, it'll work. Okay, great. We're gonna be terrible, terrible people, and we're gonna burn a bit of coal because I want to make sure we can get these seeds, if at all possible. And our power is quite low. Okay, so while we're interrogating, we will grab our laptop, put this chip in the laptop, because what that chip was doing before is no longer required. And we will edit, and we're going to think D0 is gonna be our wall cooler. Wall cooler script. And this is gonna be our gas sensor. Fantastic. And we're gonna define max temp as, it's probably gonna be in Kelvin. We're going to go ahead and confirm that, close it, and we'll come back to it. And did we run out of power? We did. We killed the battery entirely. So we will shut both of these off for a moment and let the battery try and recharge. Why are you not getting any more power, battery? There we go. Oh, because you gotta charge other things. That's what's going on. We need a minute. We really killed that battery. Oh, you gifted a sub? Oh my gosh, Fish, you're the best. Not only were you the first subscriber today, but you also gifted a sub to Bio. Oh, thank you so much. That's just absolutely amazing. I am absolutely touched. Thank you so much. That is just absolutely fantastic. Oh, Fish, thank you. Wow. I think you made my day, Fish, twice now. Yeah, you have made my day twice. Okay, we are going to increase our desire to get this made. We are going to get an Amy, and we're going to call it Fish. You got a sub, Bio, so somebody got you a sub, and it was Fish. Our first subscriber is also our first gift sub person. I am losing my words because I'm so blown away at the moment. Oh my gosh. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, that's amazing. Just absolutely amazing. Wow. Do we need to make some Astro? I think we need to make some Astro. We do. Okay. So we need Invar, Constant, and Astro. There is going to be some around. So, Fish, have you seen the Amy's before, or is this going to be something totally new to you? And the Astro. I need to check how to make Astro. One moment. The what nows? the Amy's. I will show you in 10 seconds here. Astro. 2 steel, 1 copper, 1 cobalt. Okay. So let's go like this. We'll go ahead, pause. And no, that's the kit. These little Amy bots. They can go and like do autonomous mining and like, yeah. They'll go mine for you and bring stuff back. Super cool. See? Lots of different things. We're really not at a place to use them yet, but you are so amazing. I think we're gonna name one after you. We're gonna go ahead. It does kind of look like a Bernie from WALL-E, eh? But I think we're going to name it after you because not only were you our first subscriber, but you also gave a gift sub on my first affiliate stream. So I am just a little bit blown away at the moment. I can't stop smiling. Thank you so much. Okay, so we got to make some steel. And then we will get this made as well. Why are we running out of air? Oh, because we don't have a CO2 filter. Oh, we don't have a CO2 filter. Come on, turn on. CO. Ah. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Too focused on too many other things. Okay, carbon. If I just write carbon, and there's no iron in there. Of course there's no iron. I saw somebody say something. One moment. Steel, steel. Oh my god, do I not have iron anywhere? Steel, there we go. There we go, sorry, 1 second. Really need this filter so we don't die. Oh, I thought you said baby earlier. You probably said Amy. Yes, Amy. I'm so sorry. Yes, I said Amy, not baby. No, we're not gonna name baby after you. I don't have a baby. But, you know, Amy could be my baby, I guess. Amy's. For anybody who is listening and has no idea what I'm talking about, they are little autonomous robots that do some very cool things in... Oh my gosh, I forgot to close that. In... Oh my god. Stationeers. Not that I forgot the game we were playing, I just couldn't think of the name because I'm so excited at the moment. Oh my gosh. Alright. So we need that. And that will give us a whole bunch of steel. Great. We have 100 kilos of steel right there. We're going to use that one so we can just make some Astro right away. And to do that, we need copper and cobalt. 50 copper, 50 cobalt. Can you be on space station in this game? The name kind of implies it. Oh, Das just started a stream. We'll raid Das then when we finish up in 15 minutes here. Can you be on a space station? Not really, at least not yet. I've never done rockets, so I don't know like how much the rockets can do, because like I know you can mine these asteroids that you see flying over every once in a while, and you can do like scans with the rockets. There we go. But as far as this full like space station's concerned, I haven't seen any out there, and I don't think so, not yet. It'd be very cool if they added in the future. Cobalt. Cobalt's what we need. There we go. So for now, we're just doing stations on Mars. And other planets, of course. 30 to 40 for the pressure, so we need to up our pressure. So we'll turn that on, because we need both pressure and temperature to come up. We're definitely going to overuse a little bit of fuel doing this, but that is not the end of the world. We will add in something else for pressure in the future. To the mixture, I mean. There we go. For astrology, we need it to be very high. And actually, while we're waiting for that to come up, we're going to turn this on, see if we can't... Oh, it's too small. That's too bad. So it is too small. I wonder if it needs to be like 15 long. That would make sense. So we'll go ahead, we'll turn that back off. And we'll turn this off for now. Doesn't look like we're gonna get seeds before we finish today, but that's all right. Let's check our... Yeah, see, we're still getting more oxygen than we are methane, and I wonder if we're out of methane. Nope. We still have 178 moles of methane. So let's go ahead, turn up our methane for coming in. That's too high. This is why I like properly temperature controlled gases. And it is definitely something we're gonna have to make sure we take care of in the future. There we go. Coming down to a better mix. And coming up on our temperature, coming up on our pressure. So we'll be waiting on that for a little bit. That's okay. While we're waiting, we will work on our code for the greenhouse. There we go. Max temp, we don't need a second definition. Alias is going to be wall cooler. Let's capitalize that W. And the C should be capitalized. I would love to do better ways to do this, but I can't. This is going to be gas sensor, which should give us our temperature. Okay. Don't need to worry about that. And this, we should be able to get temperature from wall cooler. There we go. What is critical? Okay. Our oxygen is currently critical, so we need to flip that over. There we go. Great. Come back to our coding. And, okay. So, most of this can go away. Okay, so max temp temperature. Oh, what do we call it? We called it max temp. All caps for the max. There we go. Call it max temp. We're just repurposing some code here. Thank you very much. I registered on Twitch many years ago, but never really got into it, for Lulu only. Now I'm wondering how many people might do act or performances on Twitch, as I'm not a big game player. Sims and Heroes of Might and Magic have most of playing hours in my life, and strange games like Super Mario, when you're avoiding obstacles and gathering money. I still think it would be great just to get going on it there, Bio. Just give a go on anything, and I think Sims would be great. We took a look the other day. There are some people that are playing some Sims out there, so it might be worth just trying to take a look and getting into it there. Just looking through here. Yeah, and that's the other thing. A lot of people do non-gaming stuff too. They do artwork and other things. Or coding even too. We're getting there. All right, let's take a look. Okay. So let's just go like that for a second, and we're gonna go wall cooler because I think I know exactly what we need. Power is read. Error lock setting on. Yeah, okay, so it should just be on. So we should be able to. Okay, let's go like this. We're gonna create a new one. This is gonna be called wall cooler. We'll confirm it. And we're gonna grab this one just because, yeah, that's what I thought. Great, it's super simple. We're going to go ahead and basically do this. So it's S. That's what I thought. I'm not super comfortable with this programming yet, so it does take me some time to get it. So S, the device is gonna be R1. No, it's gonna be wall cooler. Wall cooler. And it's going to be on. And so it should be a 1, and that should be correct. Great. And then we go like this. We don't need the lower flow. And set pump is going to be set cooler. There we go. And actually, what we need to do is slightly change that. So set cooler is going to be S device is wall cooler, and it's going to be on 1, and it's just going to be the main, and it's just going to keep doing stay on until we hit max temp, and then when it hits max temp it turns off, and we should set up a setting for it when it hits a minimum to not turn on until a certain temperature, because we don't want it pulsing. So we're gonna go S wall cooler on is 0. Great. And it's gonna be, no, it's going to be max temp start, actually. We're gonna call it start. Just changing a couple things around, and once this code is done and we get our amine, we'll call it. Okay, so R1 max temp start. And then we're gonna jump to start. One second, everybody. I'm just thinking. BGE A, B, C, so we should be able to do it. Okay. So if we go like that. Okay, maybe we don't actually need the brackets for it. R1 we do need to define that, but we need to check if it's in Kelvin or not. Define temp. Define off temp. There we go. Okay. R1 off temp, and it's going to be stop. Great. And we don't actually want to do a jump at all. We just want it to loop it. J main. And so we probably want to do a sleep. Can't just do a number, can we? Yes, we can. Okay, great. So we're going to do a sleep of approximately 2 minutes because it doesn't need to check constantly. Yeah, so that should work the way I want it to. Okay. Great, so we're gonna pause real quick, and I need to check. If someone knows what 25 degrees Kelvin is, 25 degrees Celsius in Kelvin is, that would be great. And we're actually gonna go 23 degrees. 23 Celsius to Kelvin, because I am not that smart. It's 296. Oh my gosh, you're so smart. Deviant fish, well done. It is 296.15 to be precise. And that is actually our off temperature. That is cool, my friend. That is very cool. Do you know 30 degrees offhand? Actually, we're gonna go with 29. Oh, my Google search was quicker this time. It's 302.15. Oh, very close. Very nice. 303. Very, very nice. Yeah. 303 is probably the 30 degrees, to be honest. There we go. None of this needs to be here, so we'll remove it. There we go. Yeah, I did pause it. Good, because we need to check a couple things. So we're going to confirm it. Close that. Check this. Good, our temperature is not going up. What? Why is our temperature not going up anymore? Are we like... It's probably our mix. No, our mix is good. We're just not putting enough in fast enough. Okay. We'll put that there. I failed you. No, no fish, you didn't fail me. Oh my gosh, you couldn't fail me. My heater's failing me though. This is failing. I wonder if it just can't put enough in fast enough, if that's our problem. Okay, okay. Okay. What are we at? 844? We're still dropping, so I don't know why we're dropping, so we're just gonna go ahead, shut that off, and we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way here. Because I know I can do it with gas, with ice. So we'll split one, split two volatiles, go. And our temperature that we need for this isn't very high in comparison to some of the others. Yeah, we just need to get over 1000 Kelvin and we'll be good. And we're at the right pressure now, so we will throw a couple more volatiles because we will call this as soon as we get Amy built and we name it after you, fish. I am saying Amy, not baby. Amy. It's a little autonomous robot for those who don't know. And we're gonna put it somewhere safe so that in case a storm happens, it doesn't get blown away. Because I feel like it could get blown away, and we don't want that happening. Don't want that happening to our first person who's ever subbed and given a gift sub. Like, oh my gosh. If you are just joining us and you're not a follower, I do always appreciate new follows, of course. I have just hit affiliate, and today was our first affiliate stream. So I do appreciate anything at this point. Just you lurking's awesome for me, to be honest. There we go. So const we need, and invar we need. There we go, and we're gonna finish this up in just a moment once we get some steel in there. There we go, and we'll go raid Das today, of course, because I did see that he was playing something earlier. So we'll check in on him, and we will do seeds, new seeds and plants tonight. I'll be back on around 5 o'clock or 5:30. I can't remember what I put in the schedule, but it is there, and whatever's there is correct. Let's do a showcase for this little Amy. Right here. There it is. I guess we should throw a battery in there as well. So let's go ahead. Oh my gosh, what did we just... We printed 2 Amy's. Cool. Huzzah. Yes, fish, huzzah. So, oh, we gotta put a chip in it too. That makes sense. Let's turn it on, just so that we get to say hi to it. Oh my god, it's so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh, it is so cute. And we're gonna name it after our first subscriber ever, Deviant Fish. Yay! Oh my gosh, I just about lost it. That thing is cute. They did such a great job on that. Like, oh, look at that cute little thing. Okay. Okay, we're gonna turn it off for the moment so that we don't kill the battery. Oh no, it goes sad. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh. Now I feel bad. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we saved it. So that is the end of our first affiliate stream. And we're just gonna get ready for a raid here. We will go and we'll see who is on. Let's see who I'm following, who is playing. Blidus is Das, Pythos, and Sugio. Oh, okay, we're gonna have to go raid Sugio. I absolutely love his streams. We haven't done one with him in a while. We did Das yesterday. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll hit Sugio today. He's a great streamer. He streams mainly only on Satisfactory and No Man's Sky. Today he is doing Oh, he doesn't accept incoming raids. That's too bad. Okay. Okay, that's fine. We will raid Das then. He's playing Nuclearis, which is nuclear power game, basically, where you are setting up a nuclear power plant. So we'll go and raid him in a moment here. Thank you, everybody, so much. So probably can't join. Catch you later there, Fish, for sure. Nah, just kidding. Some people have reason. Wow, rude. Very nice. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and we'll raid Das. And have a great day there, Fish. Have a good time at work. I hope it goes well. And away we go.